I'm back with episode 003. Hey everyone, thanks for watching and tuning into my show here, Real Estate Talk with Jason Gelios, episode 003. I want to thank everybody, the viewers, the people that share this, people who comment on it, and most importantly, those that send in a question. I love answering questions about real estate. It's just something that I do often, daily, hourly. So thank you for giving me the content for these shows. Going forward, I'm going to try to cover multiple topics that are actually appealing to you, and go from there. So I want to get into this first question that was sent to me by Sherry Dusick. Thank you again for sending this. Sherry wants to know, what is the difference between a pre-qualification versus a pre-approval? A pre-qualification is when you get a vague answer from a loan officer or a bank. So I call up the loan officer and I say, hey, here's how much I make per month, per year, and I have a car payment, and I pay rent, and all these things. Loan officer grabs his calculator, does that, and says, oh, well, okay, it looks like you would be approved for X amount. Okay, pretty vague, and it's not going to give you buying power when you go out to look for a home. A pre-approval is where you want to be. Now, pre-approval is, for the most part, concrete, as long as nothing changes on your side. Other things like a job loss or whatnot, or a debt that comes up in between the process. So a pre-approval is the loan officer has seen your income documents, they've seen your account information, they've seen your credit report, they've pulled it, and they know pretty much everything about you except what your favorite dinner is. So that's a pre-approval, and they even give you a cool form letter, pre-approval letter that says, hey, so-and-so is approved through ABC Mortgage, and they are approved for, I don't know, $150,000, let's just say. Okay, that's more important. Okay, and as long as you're looking for houses with an agent, as long as your job is the same or your income goes up, that's okay too, as long as it doesn't go down. So as long as everything stays the same, you should be able to put an offer in a home and close on that home, no issues. Okay. So that's a pre-approval versus a pre-qualification. Thanks again, Sherry, for the question. I really appreciate it. Keep them coming. If you want to submit a question, I'll give you a shout out. I'll ask you first if I can share your name. Comment below and I'll see it, obviously. Or you can go to it'sallabouttherealestate.com. So, real estate topic. I want to talk about Dower Rights in Michigan. So, Dower Rights are going away. I've heard April 2017, there will be no Dower Rights in Michigan. So this is big in terms of real estate, because currently, right now, it's late January 2017 that I'm recording this. A husband, marital status, a husband cannot go out and buy a piece of property without his wife signing off and knowing about it. Okay. On the contrary, wife of marital status can go out and get a piece of property and not share that with her husband. Okay. So that's Dower Rights in terms of real estate. And there's a lot of other things that I could share, but really I leave that up to an attorney who's qualified and legally allowed to go over that. If you need a referral, let me know. I know a few of them. So, but Dower Rights in real estate, come April 2017 in the state of Michigan, like a lot of other states, a husband will not have to share with his wife, his spouse, that he's buying property. So that's what's happening in Michigan. It's a big deal, people talking about it or whatnot. Obviously, Dower Rights doesn't just affect real estate, it affects other areas too. So again, talk to an attorney in terms of that. If you have general questions about it, in terms of real estate, let me know. But I keep it very basic when it comes to things like that. So, okay. Now, here we are, again, almost hitting February 2017. And I'm seeing a lot of buyers, coming out there, and listings are slowly coming up behind. But basically, there's a lot of buyers and a good amount of homes for sale. But what I've been seeing, especially on one of my listings just this past week, is multiple offers. So people are getting out there, they're getting ready. It's February. It's right now, it's in Michigan, it's in Macomb County, I should say, right? It's about 40 degrees, okay? There's like no snow on the ground. People are looking for real estate. I'm showing houses later. So, it's getting busier. There's this fear that mortgage rates are gonna be going up. And I mean, in my opinion, and again, a loan officer who does this daily will have a pretty good insight as well. If you need a referral, let me know. But mortgage rates are probably going to increase, because think about the factors, right? Jobs are doing better, although we can have a pretty good argument about that. But we have a new president. Okay, election's over, it's done with. No matter how you feel, there's a new president in office. And so, consumer spending is increasing. And so it's only natural that mortgage rates, in my opinion, quite honestly, and what I've seen back in my mortgage days, is that as things are getting a little bit better, mortgage rates get a little bit higher. Now, one would think that, okay, income is getting a little bit better too. But again, that's a whole nother argument. Some people say yes, some people say no. But for the most part, mortgage rates, we feel that they are going to be increasing a little bit. Now, do I think that they're going to go from, and I'm just throwing out a rate here, 4% to 6%? Well, no, that's probably not going to happen. Okay, there are things put in place to protect a consumer, and they're not going to have a 2% increase in rates, and then people out there are going nuts. So I mean, like anything else, okay, make sure that if you're looking for a home or a condo, piece of property, okay, you want to make sure that it's the right timing for you. Yes, interest rates matter, but don't let the fear of mortgage rates, tell you different or sway you into a different area, because mortgage rates, they do what they do, right? And ultimately, rates are still extremely low compared to, let's say, the 80s, right? If you ask, if you're around my age and you ask your folks, hey, what were the mortgage rates in the 80s? I mean, gosh, they'd be like, oh wow, they, probably 15 to 20%, right? So I mean, rates are still low. It's, I mean, just make sure that your timing is right. So when you're looking for a place, make sure that it's right for you. Speak with a loan officer, get pre-approved, and then call a real estate agent and make sure that you are looking at the right properties for you. That's really the most important thing. So I want to thank you again for watching this show. It's a little bit of a shorter show today because, quite honestly, the schedule has been so hectic. But I appreciate you guys watching. Keep your comments coming below. If you're watching this on Facebook, or it's allabouttherealestate.com under my blog, or if you're watching this on YouTube, just leave a comment, leave me a question, and I'd be happy to help out. So I appreciate you watching, and episode 4 will be coming soon. And be sure to share this with your friends, and thanks for watching. Thanks again.